What's going on, guys? Jerry Neutron here, and today we're going to take a look at the top 5 gaming CPUs for the money as of April 2015. Now, disclaimer, these CPUs were chosen with the assumption that you will be using a discrete graphics card, so no APUs were chosen in the making of this video, although they probably wouldn't make the list anyway. So just jumping right into it, starting at number 5, we have the Intel Xeon E3 1231V3. So this is a 3.4 gigahertz quad-core processor. It's a server-grade CPU, which is equivalent to an i7-4770. Pretty much you could refer to this maybe as a poor man's i7, being that you pretty much get i7 performance at a little bit more than i5 cost. There's no integrated GPU with this, which is probably not going to be a big deal for anyone. By the way, not all Xeons come without integrated graphics. I see that a lot. That's actually not true, but in this case it is. Now you may be asking yourself, why do I need i7 like performance for a gaming PC? Well, really you don't, but it's more of one of those things where it's 260 bucks, so why not? It may be a good choice if you're looking for something just a little bit more powerful than your standard i5 processor. And next at number 4, we have the AMD FX 6300. So this is a 3.5 gigahertz 6-core processor. In before someone says it's not a real 6-core. For around 110 bucks, it's not a bad value considering it performs more or less the same as an 8320 in gaming. Now the 8320 does pull away in multi-threaded applications, but specifically in gaming, the performance is very similar. Now it is getting a bit aged at this point and will hold back higher end GPUs, but it's not a bad choice for lower end to mid-range builds. At number 3, we have the AMD Athlon X4 860K. So this is a 3.7 gigahertz quad-core processor. At 80 bucks, it represents the value segment. It's perfect for budget gaming builds, and it actually has a better single-threaded performance than the FX 6300, which right now is an advantage in gaming. It also can be overclocked if you want to squeak out a little bit extra performance. Just don't pair this with a high-end GPU. At number 2, we have the Intel Core i5 4690K. So this pretty much is the de facto standard when it comes to gaming PC builds at the moment. It's a 3.5 gigahertz quad-core processor with well-rounded performance in both single and multi-threaded applications. It is overclockable as notated by the K SKU, so you can throw an aftermarket cooler on it and of course get some extra performance. You do pay a premium for the overclocking ability, but it is a proven performance. And also it's not going to hold back any high-end GPUs. And at number 1, we have the Intel Core i5 4460. So if you're not interested in overclocking or you're on a budget, this represents the best performance per dollar. So it's a 3.2 gigahertz quad-core processor. It's more or less a lower locked version of the 4690K. So it will get you about 90% of the way in terms of performance, but at a much lower price. So as I mentioned previously, you won't be overclocking with the CPU as it is locked, but again, it does perform pretty similarly to the 4690K out of the box, so you may not need to do that anyway. So that's about it as far as my top 5 gaming CPUs at the moment. I know I did not include some processors that you may have expected to be on this list. I will tell you that if they were dual-core processors, they were not included for compatibility reasons. There are some games that require a quad-core processor just to start, so for that reason alone, those were cut from the list. Now let me know if there were any other CPUs you would have put in your top 5 that you don't see here. Go ahead and list those down in the comments below. Also, links to the CPUs will be down in the description if you're interested in purchasing any of them. That's about it, guys. Like this video if you found it helpful or entertaining. Subscribe for more similar content, and until next time, see ya. Today we're going to take a look at the top 5 graphics cards for the money as of March 2015. So let's get right into it.